Good day, students. Today we are going to start with our revision on our N6 computer practice work. For this we are going to use the question paper for the 2nd of June 2017, which were an external exam question paper. We are going to look at question 5, letterheads. Then we are going to go and we will use our question paper for this year. It says section B, word processing, candidates must answer either section B or C. We discussed this. We are answering section B. Instructions. Read the instructions for each question. Number 2. Use a 10 CPI or 12 PT letter type, for example, Korean New 12 for Word. And the rest is not for us. The Korea 10 CPI, Word Perfect, we use Word, so we will use Korean New 12, except when receiving other instructions. So if they say nothing, it's Korean New 12. If they give you instruction, you follow the instruction. Number 3, the following information must appear on each page as a header. Align your examination and question number against the left-hand margin. Align the question number against the right-hand margin. And then they give you over here an example, the examination number, in brackets your computer number on the left, and your question number on the right-hand side. Then it tells you use the date function to insert all dates. Number 5, put all printouts in the correct order, please, in your examination folder. Only one printout per question is allowed. Basic rules, people. Now let's start with question 5. It tells you open a new document. Got a document over here. It tells us use Arial 12 PT. We use PT. And then it says unless instructed otherwise. Then it tells you number 3, margins must be 0.5 inches or 1.27 centimeters. We use inches, so we will use 0.5. It says margins, it means all 4 margins. Let's go do this. We go to Microsoft Word. Then we change our font to Arial. If you do not see it, then you just type it in. And then your computer will highlight it. You can just press enter. The size is 12. This is fine. Then it told us that we need to change our margins to 0.5. For this, we go directly to margins and we use the option narrow. This changes all 4 of them one time. Then we go back to our instructions in our question paper. It tells us insert your examination number, computer number, and the question number as indicated in the instructions. What is the instructions? Remember over here, we've got the instructions telling us how to type it in. If you don't do it correct, people, you will lose marks. There's a clear instruction on how to do this. You can either go to double click in your header, or you can go to insert, you can go to header. I don't like the blank and the blank 3 columns. I like to go to edit header because students do forget to delete the word type text and you will lose marks for it. We start off with our ID number, space in brackets, our station number in capital letters, then nothing in the center, and we type in capital letters, question at, I can't type anymore, question 5, space, question 5. Then we must remember to change this to Arial as well. Same font that's used and font size that's used in your document. Then our next instruction tells us, let's go down, tells us insert a horizontal line from the left to the right hand margin at the top of the page. Let's go back to our document. And I just want to remind you, people, please do not put an extra enter sign here. This will make your margin look like a 1-inch margin. I see a lot of you like to put the enter sign there. No enter sign, okay? Now let's put in our horizontal line. So directly on the first enter sign, I go put in my line. Now please don't use this one, and you press enter. Don't use that. That's wrong. Okay. There's a few methods. I'm going to show the method where we use the borders that look the same like in Excel. I'm going to say top. I want it on top of my enter sign. So it puts my border for me. It's fine like this. This is how we see it 0.5. Then let's look at our next instruction. It tells us leave 2 line spaces and insert the following text: centered, bold, and in capital letters. Use the font Lucida handwriting 26, and it gives you what you have to type. Now people, you know me, I like to first type in my text and then I change it. Okay, so let's remember, it said leave 2 line spaces. We've got 1, 2. Then I'm going to type in my word AA Touring Companies, and I'm just going to put the enter sign for now because I don't know how many enter signs. Then I'm going to highlight. You see, I'm not highlighting this enter sign. I'm highlighting only the text I want to change. I change to bold, center, it's already capital letters. Then I want the word Lucida handwriting. If you don't see it, you will just start typing in Lucida, and then you select the correct one. Font size 26. Now what we can see is this enter sign. It's still on Arial 12. I don't need to go put it now back on my left. Go bold, change the font, don't need that. Now let's go to our next instruction. Our next instruction tells us to leave 2 line spaces open after the text and create 3 columns as follows. And they give you column 1 must be 4 cm or 1.57, column 2 7 centimeters or 2.75, column 3 5.46 centimeters or 2.15. And then it tells you, the spot of question 7, display the vertical lines between the columns. Now let's go create our columns and then we'll end there. So we go back to Microsoft Word. Remember it says leave 2 line spaces open. So we see we've got 2 line spaces. Now people, what is important is don't just go directly to your column 3, or even if you go to more columns. You see, it doesn't work. It puts my heading now inside column 1. If this happened, don't start afresh, just say undo. What must we remember? We need to protect our text. How do we do that? We build a wall. We say breaks, and we say continue. We want the text to continue on this page, but we want to save our work. We don't want everything to go into columns. Now, you will see when we do Letterheads, there will be a lot of times that you have lines or borders that you don't want. The same way you put in a border is the same way you remove a border. I'm going to go back to home. There's other methods as well, but I'm going to use this method. We go to home, we go to our borders, and we say no border. It takes it away. Now, let's go put in our 3 columns. We go to, because now it's protected, it won't influence what's before the break. I go to page layout, columns, I say more columns because I need to specify my column width. I say I want 3. Now, must they be equal? No, they mustn't be equal because the sizes is different. I'm going to take out this tick. Column 1 must be 1.57. I'm going to type in 57. Column 2 must be 2.75. highlight this one. I'm going to type in 2.75 and column 3 must be 2.15. Now they didn't specify anything about my spacing, so I'm not going to change it. I just type what they instruct me. They said there must be a line between. I'm going to click line between. I'm going to click on OK. And there you'll see there's a small spacing, but let's see how it works out. And this is where we're going to end, and I will see you in our next class.